Often on keto, I'm seeing people asking what can I have for breakfast other than bacon and eggs. So today we're making a chia breakfast. Hey everyone, welcome to Pop Keto, and today, like I said, we are doing a breakfast that you can make with chia seed. We're going to riff on it a little bit, we're going to make a couple of variations, but before we get into that, I just want to say thank you to the people who have already subscribed to us. We really appreciate that you have, and if you haven't, why not click subscribe now? Also, if you end up finding the video useful at all, or you think you might know someone who would find it useful, we'd love it if you would share it on Facebook or Twitter. Alright, so into today's recipe. Now what we're going to do to start with is we're going to do a little bit of a riff on it that might be a bit more pleasing to kids. But once we get the base set up, this is so easy to flavor however you like it. Okay, so let's get into it. The first ingredient we're going to use is 1 can of coconut milk. Just the whole thing, cream, liquid, all of it. Oh no, I already made a mess. That sounds terrible. Let's go. Oh. All right, let me just clean this up real quick. How you guys been going in lockdown? You doing all right? I hope so. Cool. Now, we are just going to mash that up so that the cream is there with the milk. Maybe I should have given a bit of a shake before I opened the can. Let that be a lesson for you. All right, so to this, we're going to add 4 tablespoons of chia seeds. 2, 3, 4, and stir that through. Okay, so that is going to be the base of our recipe. Just chia seed and coconut milk. And from here you can add whatever flavoring you like. Now a lot of people like to add a chocolate to this to make it like a chocolate pudding, chocolate chia pudding. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of cocoa. 1, 2. And depending on what type of keto you're doing, you may or may not use sweeteners. I'm going to use some. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of xylitol. And we're just going to stir that through as well. Just doing the best you can to get all the lumps out. All right, so you can see there's still a couple of little lumps in there. That's not going to be a problem. And what we do from here is we put it in the fridge. Now you need to leave it in it for a few hours at least, and what's going to happen is the chia seeds are going to start absorbing the moisture from the coconut milk, and it's going to make them set almost like a little bit of a gel, and that's going to be really nice to eat. Now, although I've got this set up with cocoa, this is probably not the version you'll eat for breakfast. It might be, I'm not sure, but here's what I'd prefer. First, we're going to seal this up and put it in the fridge, and this one will wait overnight. And now here is something I've been looking forward to saying on this, but haven't yet. Here's one I prepared earlier. Thank you, I am now a real chef. All right, here we go. This is one that we put together last night. It's the 4 tablespoons of chia seed, it's the can of coconut milk, and it is a teaspoon of vanilla. And for me, this makes a much nicer breakfast option. So what we're going to do, we are going to just put a bit of this on a plate. Like so. And what's nice with that, here's some raspberries that we've already washed, just a few of them in there. Raspberries are great, they are high fiber, they are low carb. You can still have too many of them, so be careful with how much you eat, but this is awesome. That's it, that is that simple. Now, if you prefer, you can add some cinnamon or something like that. You know what else would go really nice on this? Give it a bit of a crunchy texture. If you've tried our granola, a bit of a sprinkle of that on the top here, that'd be great, and I'll put a link above for that recipe. But this is a yum, delicious, easy keto breakfast option. I love it. It is so good. It's got a nuttiness, you can get that vanilla, and the berries are awesome. And the coconut milk gives it a nice, rich consistency. Now you can do this with other milks as well. For example, I've seen people do it with almond milk, but this is my favorite. Now, we don't just have bacon and eggs for breakfast ourselves. We'll throw in some green stuff like spinach or kale or broccolini. We have some nutritional yeast, we'll have eggs, or we'll have avocado or something like that. But if you are getting tired with your breakfast and you are looking for another option, can I suggest trying this? You do need to leave it a few hours. We prefer to leave it overnight, but it is so good. All right, everyone, thanks very much for watching. Give this video a like. Please share it on Facebook and Twitter if you've enjoyed it and you think someone else you know might as well. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.